basically what we do is we reach out to the homeless and less fortunate Spokane. By providing what we call a Blessed Brown Bag. It's a gourmet sack lunch that we bring out, that we use for kind of our outreach, share with people and help them try to reinstill some hope in their lives.
I really didn't think that anybody really cared until I met Jessica and Mike, and they changed my life.
Blessings Under the Bridge gives these individuals hope, and that, yeah, they're homeless, but there's normal people out there that actually care about them.
To see how it really impacts somebody's life, just one meal. It's not all about drugs and alcohol, and there's a lot of different issues going on. And you know, I always said that there's homeless in all of us. We're all homeless, really. We all have the issues.
There was one instance where this homeless man came up to me, and you know, he smells horrible. He has poor hygiene, and he came to me and he was teaching me one of the 4 languages that he knew. And I'm learning from a homeless man, and most people are, you know, homeless people aren't educated, you know, they live on the street, they're alcoholics, they're druggies. No, they're people just like us.
Because I knew what they were doing was making a difference. It was making a difference in my life. They brought Jesus Christ into my life, and ever since that day I've felt different, you know, I've felt love.
When I was standing out there and it's freezing and snowing, and I was out there for 2 minutes and I started complaining. My toes are cold, I had boots on and I was still complaining, and then those people are out there every single day. Negative 15 degrees, they're out there, they're freezing. It's an everyday thing for them. They don't have boots like I did, they don't have gloves like I did.
There was just a significant amount of gratitude I noticed with all of the men. Just so many smiles. Like, their lives are like horrible right now. Like, they're living on the streets and it's cold and they don't have any family, and yet they're so appreciative.
I was starving to death at the time, and I couldn't believe that somebody would actually do this. I was kind of in awe, but you know, there was a little girl and she gave me a piece of candy, and I said, oh my gosh, they're spoiling us. And Jessica broke down crying, and I knew right then that it was from their heart.
2 hours may seem like nothing. You know, you're handing out lunches and giving somebody hot chocolate to warm their hands. But to these people, 2 hours is going to stick with them the rest of their life. It's 2 hours that they felt comfort, they felt help, they felt cared about. They're not used to people caring. And Blessings Under the Bridge, they feel that assurance.
A gentleman just a few weeks ago asked us, you know, he was newly homeless, and asked us, you know, as we were handing lunches out, coffee or cocoa, and asking us, you know, do you really care? You know, there's so many people that do this as a church project, or their once a year Thanksgiving thing or Christmas thing, and we do this throughout the year. And I explained, you know, absolutely we care.
It was such a good feeling for me to know that I can contribute to something, to kind of feel a part of someone's life, even if it's just me serving coffee or serving hot chocolate. Like, even just that, you know, just being present is like a huge deal to them.
When I first started, I was like, where am I going to get 25 hours? Like, I don't have 25 hours to put towards this. And the first day that I went out, I found the time, because it sunk in my heart, and it's getting hours for this, getting credits for it, not getting paid for it, I'm going to be coming back, because that's how much this organization touched my heart.